Hey everyone, it's me Devine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you so much for subscribing and being here with me, and I am coming along with another video for you guys today. This is a card choice 1, 2 or 3, and I'm actually going to use a new deck, card deck I don't really use very often, the Enchanted map. Okay, so this gives us a sort of like an indication of where we are on our journey, and of course I'm going to read it to you and also just give you a little bit of commentary too. So choose number 1, number 2 or number 3, or maybe listen to all of them. They might all apply to you in some way. I hope this is finding you happy and well wherever you are, and you're getting ready for Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate. I'm always a last minute shopper, so I'm totally not ready for Christmas at all. I don't mind, everyone's used to me by now. Okay, so number 1, let's have a look what you're getting. With your enchanted map, where are you on your map or your journey? Oops, there it is. Stormfields. Okay, for number 1. Okay, something's brewing. All right, maybe it has been brewing. All right, hang on just a second. I'll find the book that goes with it. Okay, we've got a little tiny bit of space here. Okay, so Stormfields, number 9. Let's get to this. Okay. All right, so this is the card that you guys got. Hope you can see it clearly. Stormfields. Okay, I'm going to read it. This too shall pass. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. Things that you left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent-up energy needs release, just as a storm in nature must break. For these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs up things and creates temporary disorder. Not all storms are destructive. Rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seeds to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little, okay? So something's been going on, like within you and around you. And you know, the energies are always shifting and changing. We're always going through some kind of circumstance. We're always going through some kind of growth or knowledge or situation that we can't control. And the biggest thing here is sometimes, you know, things really need to fall apart in order for things to fall together in your life. There may be, you know, some issues that are building up inside of you that need to come out and that need to have healing, that need to have release. And you may not always know exactly, you know, what to say, you know, or how to say things, you know, to get to the root of the problem or whatever it is for you. But something is brewing, and maybe this is a time, because we're coming towards the end of the year, like it's just those little things continually niggling at you to get moving forward, to get things in order, to get things in place so that 2019 is a fresh and clean start for you. For other people, there may be already an issue going on with somebody else, trouble, arguments, conflicts, etc. But, you know, you can either let your mind get exhausted with scenarios and motives and why things are happening, or you can get your mind empowered by, you know, bringing all your energy back to yourself, focusing at, you know, one step at a time, you know, clearing your energy of any negative forces that may be working against you kind of thing, you know, working on healing and saying to yourself, you know, whatever is going on right now is happening for a reason. I may not understand it now, but months, years later, I'm going to look back and realize that this is, you know, part of my growth, part of my journey, and also wasn't even that big of a deal, because it's all going to, I feel like with this one, it's coming through quickly and it's going to leave just as quickly, okay? So don't worry, whatever's going on with you at the moment, you know, trust in your ability to manifest a change. Trust in your ability to be able to take one day at a time and pull yourself back from any energy that's not serving you anymore. Anyone that's, you know, hurting you in any direction, you don't need it. It's time to empower yourself. You know, pull yourself back in, and, you know, don't give away your power to others so easily either, because once you show people that you're very emotional and that you're hurting and that you're, you know, caring, that kind of thing. Some people exploit that, you know, and they expect you to react in a certain way. And one thing I read, I can't remember the exact wording of it, but it was like, isn't it great when someone's trying to trigger you into a situation and it's just not working? It's like you finally get the last laugh kind of thing. Don't let this situation internally get you into turmoil. Say to yourself, okay, whatever's going on right now, I can deal with it. I'm strong. I'm going to face it bit by bit. I'm not going to let all the opinions and thoughts and everything of everybody else wear me down. I'm just going to take this head on, one step at a time, and it's going to go as quickly as it started. So, and then you don't have to deal with it again, okay? So the message for number 1, storm fields are happening or have been happening, and you're going to see your way through this. It's probably going to end as quickly as it began. So try not to worry, yourself too much or lose any sleep over this situation either, okay? Bit by bit, you're going to find a strategy that works for you, okay? Now, for those of you who chose number 2, here we go, number 2. You got the bone collector, which is got like a shamanic sort of a feel to it, okay? The bone collector, because this is this person, they're very happy. It's got something. Okay, let me look this up for you. Okay, number 1. Okay, number 1. Oh, sorry, it's taking a bit. Okay. Okay, the bone collector. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the bone collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Kind of like what we were talking about just then. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a particular version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation that reminds us of the original event, okay, trigger points. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized, okay? No matter what your question, the bone collector reminds you that the truth is that you're a powerful being with limitless possibilities. Okay, she's kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding and is here for you to reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. And act as if you have what you need, and you'll find that you have it after all. Anything is possible with awareness. The wounds of the past need not define you. Okay. So here where it says, you may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized. So it's like, you build yourself up every day. Oh my God, this is going to happen. What if I talk to this person and they're just going to say this? And, if I confront my family about this, then they're going to be like this. We have this, limited view of what can happen because of expectations, and maybe it's just like repeated patterns from the past, like the way that people are and how they tend to react. But your biggest strength within yourself is that you can change that expectation. And if someone fails to so for example, if you're continually being let down by people, or you feel fear when you go to speak to someone, or you feel worried about any situation and how it's all going to pan out, you're getting yourself all anxious about something, that is telling you a lot of things, That is telling you that those people, that situation, that life, whatever, needs to change. And maybe you being a part of this circle, is not the right thing for you if it's going to cause you that much upset, or in a relationship or a friendship or something like that. If you're afraid of making waves and speaking up because of the rejection of other people, that's a deep hurt, And a lot of us have this fear of rejection inside of us from being small. And also this may be something that is, part of your timeline or your generational things or past life things too, which can also be cleared. Okay, so remember that you're worthy, that you're lovable, that you deserve to be treated with respect. you know, and that if you come across with your opinion in a loving manner and it's still not accepted, it's time to move away from it and try not to, you know, justify yourself or explain yourself to anybody that is treating you and shutting you down like that, because it's just not worth it to your mental health and to your spiritual being. So this card here is saying that, you know, you are whole and have everything that you need within. So regardless of what anybody else thinks of you, you're perfect just the way that you are. And of course, we all have things we like to work on. You know, we have things that we'd like to, you know, acknowledge about ourselves, but we really don't need someone else constantly putting us down for everything either. So if you've chosen number 2, there may be some deep-seated hurts within you that are being reflected in the behavior of other people. So now is the time to really nurture yourself, go deeper within, see yourself in a higher light, see yourself as worthy of having the best. And if there are people around you that are not seeing this within you and not sharing this light with you and not growing with you, maybe it's time to take a look at turning away from this. Because sometimes the only time someone learns anything is without your energy being present. So you think you're there helping. Sometimes they're just not going to learn until you're gone, and then they realize on their own all the things that you were trying to say. You know, it's like trying to convince someone of something and they're not ready for it and they just keep going, nah. You know, and you're like, oh, if only you'd try it. Well, maybe by your energy being away from this, they start going, you know, there might have been something in that, you know. Or look at them, they're doing their life is awesome, you know, they're happy. How did they get there? And it's obviously not the way they were thinking, you know, and doing things. So the bone collector there, you're whole, you have everything you need within, okay? Remember, you can draw on that energy of unconditional love anytime you want through the universe too, to give you the strength that you need, okay? Universe has always got our back, okay, no matter what we think. I know we think we're punished sometimes, but really, in all honesty, it's us who really punishes ourselves with our thoughts, okay, and our feelings too. Okay, now number 3, if you chose number 3, let's have a look for you. Okay, number 3. What message is for you? Listening. Oh, look at the elephant. Oh, I love elephants. And they love me. Elephants, we love each other. Okay, number 53. Getting there. Okay, 53, listening. Okay, I'll try to hold this at the same time as holding this. Okay, listening, number 3. Look how green and beautiful that is. So much healing. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Okay, so maybe you're feeling, it says here, maybe you're feeling that you're not being heard, that perhaps your needs aren't valid and your song will go unsung, and now's the time to bring your message to the world. It's time for your voice to resound throughout your sphere of influence, okay? Okay, so it also could mean that you're refusing, in some cases, to listen to somebody else. Maybe this is a wise person trying to give you advice and you're just not listening and, you know, you're doing it your way kind of thing. And I feel like more along the lines that we need to really start to go within. And I remember that go within word and listening to yourself and you have all the answers. I used to say, no, I want you to tell me the answers. Like to whoever was telling me that, you know, you need to go within and all this. I'd be like, no, you know, I want you to, it's too hard. I can't do it kind of thing. And it's true though. It is really true that, you know, when you go and you meditate, you're just listening to some music or something, or you're going for a walk, all the answers become a reality for you, you know. If that's what you're focused on, if you say to yourself, no, not going to get any answers, well then, you know, you won't, because that's your expectation. But if you're saying, you know what, I'm going to pay attention to all the signs that are around me. I don't need to say anything. I'm asking Spirit to be with me. I'm asking the universe to guide me. You know, I'm just going to walk with my angels and my guides today. And I'm going to take note of the number sequences, the coins, the feathers, the things people say, the recurring songs in my mind, you know, the signs that I see along the way, you know, the energy that I feel as I'm, you know, moving about my day. You know, am I getting triggered somewhere? Am I getting led to something? These are all ways in which you can start to understand the wisdom or the deeper wisdom that already lies, you know, within you, okay? Most of the beings that are on the other side of the veil, the angels, guides, and even those from other galaxies and, you know, other star systems, extraterrestrial beings, they always talk, as far as I know, through telepathy. You know, what I've experienced, it's all been very telepathic, which means that, you know, you hear things on an inner level. And usually, of course, it's in your voice, because if you heard a booming voice in your head that was somehow foreign, you would definitely think that you were mental. So, you know, when you're listening to things on an inner level, it's going to be in your voice. But the higher self is always connected to source energy, like sitting right next to source energy. So when you're connecting with your higher self as well, you know, the messages are going to be love-based. Now, I once knew somebody who always said to me, no, I'm the one, I've been chosen, they are telling me this, they are telling me that, I am going to build an empire. And I was just like my whole body was just tensing up, okay? And I remember saying to this person, who are you talking to? You know, just point blank, like, who are you talking to? And they're like, oh, I don't know. It must be my guides or something, because, you know, I'm getting this familiarity. I'm getting this, you know, all these messages about how wonderful I am, and I'm going to be this great leader and all of this. So the warning bells were going off in my head, because as far as I'm concerned and as far as my knowledge, you know, goes, the guides and angels and universal beings will never tell anybody that they are the one, that they are better than anybody else, that they have all the power of the universe or anything like that, that they're higher in any way. That's something that people do, you know. People put people in categories. So the energies of in the universe, they just shower you with unconditional love. They're not going to, you know, they can guide your way forward, guide your spirit. That's what spirit guides do, etc. But they don't tell you what to do, and they don't put you on a label, under a label of being better than anybody. So when this person was talking about empires, creating empires and all of this, to me that just felt very controlling, you know, and very scary, really. You know, I didn't want to be a part of any of that. So while you're listening, you know, to your intuition, and you're listening to your inner guidance, and you're hearing, you know, things within, you know, it's going to be loving, and you're going to be, you know, told that you're worthy and that you're amazing just how you are and all those things. But you're never going to be told that you're better than anybody else. And if that's coming out, then that's an ego-based sort of a thing, you know, because there isn't anybody. We just all tap into our own abilities in our own way. We receive information and we do with it as we will. But that doesn't make, you know, me, for example, better than someone who's an amazing sculptor or painter or something like that. We're both channeling creative energies in our own way, you see. So I would never be told, they would never say to me, you're going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, because I wouldn't believe it. I would know that that's coming from another place, a negative place, disguised as something positive. So you need to be careful, you know, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with energies of light, you know, that you make sure that you say anything that's negative and, you know, posing itself as light, it needs to go. Archangel Michael, get rid of it, you know. Then you know you get a clear channel, okay? So I'm not saying that you're not going to be told that you're amazing and that you can do anything and that you're, you know, capable of amazing things, because everybody is. But if you ever hear this, you're the one sort of business like that, or you're going to lead the world or anything like that, it's negative. It is not coming from the right light. So clear it away immediately, because I've seen too many people lost in all of that stuff. You know, and you can hear it. There's some of them on, you know, YouTube now, and they're lost in all that stuff, and it's really damaging, and you can see it on them. There's a fear underneath it all too, okay? So when you're listening, listen on an internal level, you know, giving support and love back to yourself, and surrounding yourself with loving light also as you go throughout your day, okay? So I want to do some more videos. Please let me know what you would like to see, what kind of card messages, or whether you just want me to teach you guys about something or whatever it is. You know, thank you so much for joining me. And you can get more in-depth readings at my website, of course, divinemiracles.com, and timeline therapy, shamanic healing, any kind of distant healing, animal therapies as well, and you know, just about anything. So please let me know, and until the next time, lots of love, many blessings. Thanks for subscribing, and goodbye for now.